Hello and welcome to another episode here on my channel. My name is ChaosMole, and what you are seeing here is the open beta of Chivalry 2, but that is just for the background noise, so you don't really have to watch just the black screen. And if you're wondering what is happening there, I had like a super weird bug at the beginning where my monitor was not focusing on the game. Doesn't matter. However, today I want to give you a Trovo update, and more importantly, talk a little bit about the future of Trovo. Now, as you know, I have been now streaming on Trovo for about 5 months, or to be even more precise, 100 days. How do I know that? Well, I got an award. Yeah, Trovo celebrated their first birthday and they had an award show. And one of the awards they were giving out was the Trovo 100, which basically means like all the Trovo streamers who have been streaming on the platform for 100 days. Did they get anything for that? No, it was a participation award, but hey, I take it. They actually gave out some amazing looking awards to 10,000 followers. So if you reach 10,000 followers on the platform, they gave you an amazing looking award. I want that for next year. I hope they are doing that next year. It looks so good. Like, if not, I have to steal that from another streamer or something and then etch the name out and put my own name in. I'm joking. Do I? Who knows? No, that thing looks amazing. Look it up. It looks really, really good. But back to the topic, we have also reached for the first time the Trovo 500. What is the Trovo 500? Well, Trovo explains the Trovo 500 as, well, the partnership program which is being paid out to the top 500 streamers on the platform. Now, both is not correct anymore. It was at the beginning, but it's not anymore because the program changed drastically. So I think last month they had like 3,000 people getting into the Trovo 500. So as you can imagine, Trovo 500 is not really the right term anymore. And it's also not a partnership program. It really isn't, because you're getting your monetization with 20 followers. You get your subscribers. You get your bits, aka Elixir. I would just call it Elixir from now on. And yeah, you're getting like all your monetization options, from Twitch, from YouTube. Like, there's nothing really unusual there when you reach 20 followers. The Trovo 500, though, is resetting every month, and depending on how many watch hours you have, you are getting paid on top of all the other things. And I got something in my, yep, sorry for that. Oh, that's the worst. So yeah, we reached that for the first time. We will reach it next month again. I don't know. I have no clue. We have to see. I'm not betting on it. Like, if people want to further support me and they still want to watch my stream, I definitely appreciate that. And if we are reaching the Trovo 500 again, I most definitely appreciate that even more. But if we don't, well, then we don't. And then we would do at some point again. I don't mind. It's just a nice bonus for me, but nothing I build upon. I think that's very important to note here. It's a nice program, but I wouldn't say it's anything you want to build your income upon, because it's like you might not get it every month. So yeah, it's not that easy to calculate. Then, as I said, we already get an award. I think I'm also now the 320th most watched channel on Trovo when it comes to English streamers. And, well, you might ask, okay, well, how many streamers are there? So this is really curious. As I said, Trovo has celebrated their first birthday, and they gave us tons of information. Like, that birthday was more like a big information showcase, like a little bit like the Game Awards, when they're giving out awards, but everyone is actually just watching for the trailers and world premiere. Like, that's what basically Trovo did with the trophies, which was the award show. And yeah, they have given us a lot of information there. First things first, as I said, we have 30 30,000 streamers on the platform. Keep in mind, not every streamer is streaming on a daily basis. Some people only stream on the weekend, then only for a few hours, and so on and so forth. So it's tough to put those 30,000 into retrospect, right? But we also know that we now have achieved, what was it, 5 million monthly users, and it's still growing. And I did the math on this in comparison to Twitch. So if you would take all the viewers and the streamers, like every channel on Trovo would get 166 viewers. Of course, this is not how it works, but just to put it into perspective. So every channel could get 166 viewers. On Twitch, with the millions and billions, I calculated that you would have like 122 viewers to go around. So on Trovo, you can get more viewers than on Twitch. And of course, as you know, that's not really the reality, because you have so many issues with growing on Twitch, on how Twitch is just concepted. Like I said it before, Twitch has absolutely no interest to send viewers around, because what Twitch wants is that you are staying in the channel as long as possible, watch all the ads, and spend some money. And the chance that you are doing that is much higher when you are staying with a quality big channel where they know the quality is high, the community quality is great, the chat is just flowing by, and they know the chance is much, much higher that you stay on Twitch than, let's say, sending you to a channel where only 20 people are watching. Like, the chance is much, much lower. And this is a problem. This is a problem for you as a streamer. Because, as I said before, like, there's absolutely no reason to, like, move people around. So, yeah. And Trovo is doing that. Trovo has a lot of programs, so to speak, where they're just sending the viewers around, which is great. So yeah, Twitch has a lot of problems, but back to Trovo. Trovo also showcased for the first time the Trovo headquarters. So we always knew there's a Trovo in Texas. Like there's a well, not a headquarters, but there is like a company in Texas where there is most of the community team of Trovo, but we always knew that was not the headquarters. That was not where all the developers are sitting, where all the artists are sitting. We have never seen that. And for the first time ever, they showcased the Trovo headquarters. And we finally know where it is. It is actually where the Tencent headquarters are, because, as you might know, Trovo is owned by Tencent. Well, not owned, it's like a 100% company of Tencent. And yeah, boo, evil Tencent. Oh no, Chinese. Yeah, please leave that in front of the door and come back later. However, it seems like it is in the Tencent headquarters, and it showed us a little bit around, and man, there were so many people there. There were so many people just working, which really just finally explains how it is possible that Trovo can actually create so many features on a bi-weekly basis, how we can have so many events, esport events. Like, you know, when you looked at Mixer back in the day, you had like the feeling as if there would be like 30 people working at Mixer, and with Tencent in the background, I would go so far, we have hundreds of people working on the platform. Like, they have their own development team comprised of a lot of people just working on a daily basis on new features, which again explains why there are so many features coming in on a bi-weekly basis. It's insane, and it's good because the platform needs that. And it's so interesting. So when Mixer first came around, everyone was talking about it, right? Mixer was the new kid around the block, and everyone was talking about it. Mixer was in the news every so often for good or for bad things. And other Twitch streamers were talking about Mixer people constantly. Even if it's just was a joke or like making stupid comments, but Mixer was always mentioned. Trovo is not. They don't talk about Trovo. That's bad, right? No, that's frightening. Because there is a platform which is growing quickly, which gets more and more viewers every day, more and more features every week or so, who's like super transparent, who is listening to the viewers and streamers, like all the things Mixer should have been and should have done, Trovo is just doing. They're not talking, they're doing it. And when I say they're not talking, I don't mean that they're ignoring their viewers as streamers. Let me give you an example. Right now, there's a little bit of a discussion going on. So a few weeks ago, Trovo implemented a new feature, which was the treasure box. So you can now open up your own giveaways on your channel, and you can put in rules, things people have to do before they can enter the treasure box and they can have a chance of winning something. And you can say, like, follow the channel, watch my channel for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 50 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever. Spend some currency in my channel, and so on and so forth. Like I said, you can put tons of rules in there people have to do. And that's fine, but there is one particular problem. When you are opening up a treasure box, it will advertise that treasure box in an extra window on Trovo. So that means everyone who is opening up that window can go through the list and they can see like all the treasure boxes which are going on right now. And you can draw in a lot of viewers and followers because of that. So a lot of people have mentioned that that is pay to win. Like, the people who are spending money on those treasure boxes are the people who can draw in the viewers. Good news, Trovo has already reacted to this and have maximized the amount of time you can be shown in the advertisement area and like how often you can do it and so on and so forth. So that's neat, but they still feel like it's still pay to win. So what they have now done, a day ago, they started to ask people to give them feedback. Like, what would they want to see changed? Do they want to see any changes? Is this enough now? Is this still considered pay to win? Should they remove the advertisement completely? Should they remove the people who are coming through the treasure box from the Trovo 500 so that the hours are not being counted? Like, again, there are so many things they're asking you, like, what can they do, if any? And now they're collecting feedback. And that's really good because that means they're listening to the viewers and they're listening to the streamers. And they also know that, of course, the big streamers are much more interested to get those treasure boxes. So they are also listening to the small streamers and weight that opinion respectively. So this is great, but it also shows that Trovo sometimes has issues. Like, Trovo is not a platform where you are just sitting all day and think, is there anything bad about it? Yeah, it has problems. Absolutely, it has problems. And absolutely, they have to fix it. But they are doing it, and they are doing it quick. Like, as I said, we are not talking about Mixer issues, where Mixer has promised us to fix the problem, and then we are just sitting here for months and nothing happens. We talk about days or maximum of weeks. It's fantastic. So let's talk a little bit about that was a recap. So let's talk about the future of Trovo and a few other things I want to mention. First things first, I'm super happy to see so many Mixer streamers I know from Mixer giving Trovo a chance, checking it out, watching, streaming, and just want to see how things go. And that's amazing. It makes me happy because when I left Twitch, or even when I left Mixer, Twitch was so vast that I sometimes had the feeling it was tough for me, at least, to keep up the companionship. Then I moved to YouTube, and there was the time where I basically lost all the contact to all the streamers who stayed on Twitch. And when I moved to Trovo, it got even worse. Because at least on YouTube, people still was like, yeah, I know YouTube. I know it. And when I moved to Twitch, Trovo, like a lot of streamers, that was the last straw to forget about me. Simple as that, but I also started to forget about them. And yeah, you just worked at different workplaces, so to speak. So I'm definitely happy to see just some people giving it a chance, because that means I'm not alone anymore. And just having some people I can maybe work with, I can stream with, I can collaborate with, I can just talk about the platform I am on. Like, hey, have you heard about what Trovo is doing? Or, hey, let's talk about those and these things. Oh, it is so good. Like, I was actually thinking about opening up like a Discord just for like the Trovo streamers, right? And see if we can maybe getting some people together. I'm not sure if I want to do that. It was just an idea. Like, I haven't really anything concrete in my mind. But it's great to see. And that brings me to the future of Trovo. So, Trovo actually has planned a lot. Trovo has planned a lot of esport events, a lot of new features, a lot of things to support their content creators and their viewers. Like, they have tons of events coming up, like I said it a few days ago in the stream. Like, Trovo has decided to pick the right fights. They're ignoring mostly the US market, because let's be honest here, that is dominated by Twitch. And they will not gain anything there, so they're focusing on the European market, South American market, and especially Eastern Europe. Like, we have a lot of Eastern European streamers here on the platform who do really, 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 really well. So they're doing already that right. Then they're also focusing on mobile. I said it before, I know that a lot of people don't give a damn about mobile, and me neither. Like, the amount of mobile games I'm playing, I can count on 2 fingers. So, whatever. But it is a strongly growing field in the video game scene. And esport is becoming more and more a factor. Like, you should see what's going on Trovo when they have like big esport tournaments for PUBG or Call of Duty Mobile. Like, the numbers we are getting on these platforms are insane. Like, we get more numbers than Twitch has, because Twitch is completely ignoring mobile gaming, right? And thanks also to the power of Tencent, they can leverage that. So what Tencent what Trovo is doing. They're doing certain events you will not get on any platform. Let me give you a super quick info about this, or example, where they had the MSI here on Trovo, the mid-season invitational for League of Legends. And sure, you could watch that on Twitch and on YouTube. That will not change ever. But if you watched it on Trovo, you could do predictions from the beginning to the end of the tournament and win $10,000 in cash, multiple huge amount of elixir, and you could also win League of Legends skins, legendary skins, epic skins, random skins. Like, you could gain tons of skins for League of Legends if you were interested in the game. And of course, as I said before, this might not be interesting for most people, but for people who play League of Legends, this was a huge boon to actually watch League of Legends on Trovo and not on Twitch, because they didn't have that. It's a great example, and they will do this more. Tencent is willing to leverage their gaming portfolio. Not like Mixer. Like Mixer and Microsoft could have just leveraged Halo, Gears of War. But because, well, Microsoft always wanted to be the platform for everyone, they never did that. They never had the guts to do that. And Trovo is just like, yeah, we have the IP, we are owning those games. Why shouldn't we bring better things to the platform than you can have on Twitch or on YouTube? Why shouldn't we be the quality choice? And they have been pushing that. And we will see this more and more and more, especially when new games are coming out. Trovo will push this. They actually already did it with League of Legends, is another, like, the same wonderful example. When the League of Legends new season started, you know what League of Legends announced? Like the official League of Legends Twitter account? Hey folks, the official League of Legends live streaming platform is Trovo. Not Twitch, not YouTube. They didn't mention those. Trovo is what they mentioned. Because Tencent is owning Riot Games. They're owning League of Legends. And again, they're not holding back on that. So I'm rather curious to see where this is going. Like, I really am. And great that the viewers are growing. It seems like the streamers are not growing too much. That was one of the big issues Mixer really had, right? Where Mixer drawed in tons of streamers, but not a lot of viewers. And it seems like Trovo is not trying that. Like they said it before, advertisement is not really what they're doing right now because they don't feel like the platform is ready. They're not ready to show. And actually, it's a pretty smart idea in what they are doing. Like, no, seriously, it is a good idea because I will be honest, if they would advertise Trovo right now, it's still missing a good chunk. And more importantly, I think a lot of streamers would come over here, but not necessarily viewers. So again, it's a smart choice in my opinion. Like, take your time, Trovo. It seems like you were doing things right. You were doing things the smart way. And that's really what we need. We need a platform who is aware of the strength Twitch has and where Twitch is dominating and excel in other categories. Like, the reality is, it will not be YouTube. For YouTube, streaming is just a side note. They don't give a damn. They could shut down streaming tomorrow and nobody would bat an eye. They don't have any skin in the game because they're YouTube. And even if live streaming goes away, they are still YouTube. Same goes for Facebook. If Facebook is closing down their live streaming next day, they're still Facebook. Twitch, well, Twitch is a little bit different because Twitch doesn't have any other functionality. And the same goes for Trovo. Trovo doesn't have any other functionality. So they know what's on the line. And with Twitch, like I know that people have always said like, oh no, like Twitch is where it's at. Yeah. That's the problem. Like it's completely overrun by streamers and Twitch is gaining more and more viewers, but those viewers are not going to the gaming streamers. Twitch is becoming more and more an agnostic platform, not just for gaming, but for everything, because they have to. Because Amazon is unhappy with Twitch. Twitch is not performing as Amazon want them to perform. They're not making enough money. And if there is one thing Amazon really hates, it's a product which doesn't make them the money. And for the last 10 years, I was right, Twitch was still doing the advertisement. Like they were an advertisement platform for Amazon. But now, Twitch has to deliver. They have to bring the money. This is why they have pushed out more and more advertisement. Why they even implemented the hot tub stream, you know? Yes, let's repeat that from the beginning, because I don't have another video prepared and I apparently talk longer than I expected. Don't mind it. Let's continue. But yeah, the hot tub streams. Like, why do you believe Twitch has said, you know what? Yeah, let's do a hot tub stream category. Because they want to protect the sexiness place. The only thing they want to protect is the amount of money that thing brought in. Like it was one of the fastest growing giggity categories on Twitch. So why would they give that up? It just made sense. Like they want to keep the money they make there. So they didn't kick those people out. And Twitch is focusing more and more on non-gaming stuff. Like Twitch wants to become a TV channel for everything. Sport, music, shows, maybe even TV shows at some point. I mean, you can already do that with watch parties, esports, like everything but gaming streamers. Like, those are not the future. Because they have to grow. And they think that they need those other categories because they are not gaining more gaming viewers. So, yeah. I hate to say it a bit, but it looks kind of dark for Twitch when you want to be a gamer. Like if you really just want to show by playing video games on Twitch, I think Twitch right now is the worst platform to start out at. Like all the numbers are showing exactly that. And yeah. But to cut things short, I think that Trovo is actually here to stay. It seems like they have a long-running plan for Trovo, and they sometimes stop to see if those plans worked out, and if they don't, change them to make sure that they're adapting quickly. I think that was one of the biggest problems Mixer actually had, that they had plans. Mixer had plans, of course they had. But when those plans didn't work out, they moved on to the next step. And they basically tried to run before they could even walk. Right? Like, Mixer's plan, Microsoft plan, was always to use Mixer as an xCloud platform. Basically, you're going to Mixer, you're opening a gaming stream, you see them play, let's say, the newest Halo, and then you would get a prompt like, hey, you like this game? Well, how about you're just jumping in? Just like that. And they needed a lot more viewers for that. They needed a lot more people coming to their platform. So instead on focusing on that, they moved on to the next phase of their plan, getting like big streamers in who would then boost xCloud. It's like, but you just failed step one. How can you move on to step two? And as I said, like Trovo is actually doing exactly that. They're doing step one. If it works out, move on to step two. If it didn't work out, stop. Let's look what didn't work out, fix it. So this is the last thing I will say on this. If you are a streamer, no matter if you stream on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and you are not happy with the growth on your platform, and you are still not sure if you want to change your platform, because there's always a little skepticism coming with that. Like, a lot of people are afraid of what might happen. But I just plea you that you might consider to check out Trovo and give it a chance. I mean that. Like, I see so many people staying on Twitch. I watch their streams. I talk to them. And they are clearly telling me, I hate this platform. I want an alternative. But they also don't trust any other platform anymore, because Mixer destroyed that trust. They misused it. And trusting another platform ever again is a tough commitment. But as I said, I've now been doing that commitment, and it has been working out. And to make it clear, like, I had my 20 viewers on Twitch, but that number was dwindling. When I was going over to Mixer, I had like 8 people following over to their platform. Like, from the hundreds and thousands I had on Mixer. Like, I know how it feels like to have this fear that it gets even worse, and it might be. I'm actually pretty sure that when you move platforms, it will get worse. But I have found new viewers who are now watching me. And just 3 days ago, without front page, without anything, we reached over 100 viewers for multiple hours, because we played some Chivalry 2 open beta. We didn't get promoted. Like, it was just people coming through. Like, again, don't hesitate too long. Like, right now, it's a great time to consider maybe checking it out at least. Yeah. And if you don't like certain aspects, they are listening. They want to become better, because they know how important it is. And that's an attitude Twitch has been missing for years now. So keep that in mind. All right, let's wrap it up. I already talked far too long, and I'm pretty sure that 90% of all the people have been just logging out here. If you actually made it to this point, thank you so much for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to leave a like. If you're new to the channel, you might want to consider to subscribe. And if you want to watch me live, you can do that on trovo.live/ChaosMole. And I'm streaming from Monday to Friday at 9 a.m. ET. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I see you next time. Stay safe.